YouTube, what it do? It's your boy Little Petty checking in with you guys with another stock market episode. Alright, you guys, so in this episode, we're going to give you guys a little breakdown, kind of go through our little stocks that we're watching, but we're also going to talk about the Snapchat trade that I'm in. So, that's pretty much, I'm just going to give you guys a little update of what's going on. So, we did take a bullish position on Snapchat. We're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about the levels, the entries, the stops, and what my price predictions basically on Snapchat. Let's go ahead and jump into the markets though real quick, kind of get a small update of what's going on, what I'm looking at. So we're trending in this downwards trend. We're waiting to see if this falling wedge is going to break to the upside. Looks like we are getting some momentum push. This week has been a choppy week. Yeah, pretty much a choppy week. Took a lot of losses, locked in some losses, but we ended up making a nice little comeback on Snapchat, and that's the stock we're going to talk about. So let's not even waste our time. Let's go ahead and jump into Snapchat. So they reported earnings. They had a bullish earnings report. We're actually long this stock in long-term portfolio. We bought shares. We bought shares a while ago. But we're going to talk about the option trade. So we got into the option trade the day after the earnings report. We actually ended up buying this dip. So we built these zones out through the pre-market. We were watching these levels, seeing that buyers were stepping in. So when the buyers stepped in, we ended up buying this type 2 down here. We got in, we rode this up, and then we ended up locking in some gains, and we ended up buying back in today. So today was the trade. We wanted to get some continuation. As you guys can see, I'm actually in a Snapchat. I'm swing trading these 45 calls that expire on November 15th. So I want to show you guys that real quick. Now, this stock is going to be, my price, I'm going to just get to the point. My price targets are going to be about 45 to 50. This is basically just going to be a momentum push stock up. We're seeing the trend. The trend is going up. We locked in some gains today. So this is what happened today. Let's zoom in on a smaller time frame. Let's go to the 15-minute time frame. Yeah, so the bell just closed, or the market just closed. So we closed on a bullish. I want to see this continue up into next week. So basically we're in this zone right here that I mapped out today. This zone came from the hourly chart. So as the stock was pushing up today, we ended up grabbing, we locked in the 40s, and then we ended up buying some 45. So as the stock was going up, we're watching the hourly chart. Now when the hourly chart came into this area right here, we noticed that the sellers showed up. So we went ahead and tagged up this zone right here. We're like, all right, the sellers are showing up. We're going to figure out if the buyers are going to step in and knock down those sellers, or if the sellers are going to, get the momentum down to the downside. Because that's what happens is when the stock rises up in price, short sellers are going to start jumping on. People are going to sell, looking to lock in gains. So when we dipped down here, I actually stopped out and then I got back in on the push back up. So we're going to swing trade this play. So as you guys can see, it ran up and then we got out. We actually got out on this candle. We were watching the 5-minute. So we had this trend going up. It came and it tapped. It came down and then it made a push back up for a double top. We locked it in right there. Boom, got out. We let the trade go on for the rest for a little bit of the day. Then when we seen that it held this, because we were watching different time frames. So when we seen that it held this VWAP, it never got below, and it was forming this candle. Okay, so we decided to get back in for the break above to a new high. And as you can see, this stock is going to more than likely continue up into next week. So the options that we played, like I said, were the Snap November 28th 45 calls, and we bought 15 of them. So that's a bullish position that we're actually holding. I wanted to show you guys that. The play now is we're going to want to stop out anywhere probably below, I would say this wick right here, 41.75, or we can keep it real tight. But over the weekend, when the stock market opens up on Monday, we want to see the stock market either gap up so we can lock in part of our position, or if it pulls back, then we can either add, or we're going to either stop out and then maybe wait for a lower high to get back in. So that's basically the play that we're rocking right now on Snapchat. I'm holding options over the weekend, 30 days out, expiration, $45 strikes. So that's basically it. I wanted to give you guys this little quick video of what I'm in right now. Like I said, the stock market, it's been a choppy week. We got stopped out of Tesla. We got stopped out of like 10 trades this week. So overall, we did end up green on the week with this one play, Snapchat. But overall, the week has been choppy. Most stocks. So I'll go ahead and show you a few of these stocks. Tesla, we ended up playing the earnings run. We ended up stopping out for a break even. And then we took a loss today on Tesla. We took a loss today on Tesla. We took a $500 loss on Tesla today. And you can see some of the other stops that we took. Small stops, but overall it's just annoying getting in and out of trades and being stopped out. So, and then you can see Tesla ended up pushing up. But another stock that it's on my radar right now, Snow. We missed this short play, so this short play played out to the T. See, as you can see, we hit down here. This was the buy that I didn't get, and it ran up. We got our short levels up here. It tapped this and then came back down. So that's a level. That's a stock that we're watching. Also, this Sam stock. This stock just reported earnings. I haven't charted it out, but I'm looking at this chart. This stock. This stock looks very interesting. And that's pretty much it for the stocks that I am pretty much bullish on. Oh yeah, one more stock. So Upwork, we are playing Upwork earnings. I want to call this out before the earnings come out. I'm not sure if it's gonna do big numbers, but I talked about this in my last video. I'm very, very bullish on Upwork. So this stock, Upwork, they have earnings. The calls right now are cheap. If you want to get some cheap calls, UPWK. As you can see, the 20, they're cheap. You can come over here 20 days, 30 days, even a year out. You get cheap calls. So I like Upwork. This stock, if this stock blows up, like I said, my price targets they're up in this range. Right here, I got my price targets in the hundreds for Upwork. So call me crazy, but this is one of the stocks that I'm very bullish on. So, but that's it for this video, YouTube. I talked about the Snapchat. Talked about the markets overall. We're basically downtrending. We're waiting to see if these falling wedges are going to break to the upside. And with that, we're going to kind of sit through and watch the futures over the weekend. And I really hope the stock market becomes bullish when we pick back up on Monday. We can get out of this downward chop, because none of this chop is fun. So that's it for this video, YouTube. I'm checking out. You guys have a good weekend. And Little Petty is out.